congrats to both of you on Dragon Striker. The show's really cool. And Sylvain, there's a long history of soccer anime such as like Inazuma 11, Captain Tsubasa, and Blue Lock's a more recent one. This obviously has a fantasy element, but how was it making sure that Dragon Striker brought something new to the table? I know the matches are much faster paced than some other shows, for example.
Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure we thought about that in that way, but yeah, the idea was to really create a sports show really built inside a fantasy universe. That was really the first stone to the creation. And like FF10 for example. Or also, that's the moment where everybody knows I'm super old, but I remember this this anime called Cobra. I don't know if you got that in the US. It's a pirate, space pirate with an arm, a cannon in arm.
Yeah, yeah, Space Adventure Cobra. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, and you have this arc of Cobra when he enters a baseball team, and it's very different from all the rest of the story. And I know that this particular episode, like I think it's two or three episodes, like really marked everybody, and everybody wanted to do a whole show about this, baseball, special baseball. And I think Dragon Striker is probably about that, about being inside a universe, not about sports, but the show is about the sport of this universe.
Yeah, that's a really cool approach. And Charles, beyond the great action that we see on the football field, we also have so much world building. What was most satisfying about really creating this world of Asteria and getting to really view that from different angles? Because I think that really sets the show apart as well.
Thank you. I think one of the big thing is since I'm create a story or world, it's one of the thing I spend the most time. So that's why most of my project never come to life. It's I love to make create a lot of thing around to make sure everything is going to be create is going to belong to something. So I know from my teenager project that was that a lot was like, oh, if that and that, you try to build a lot of things. So it became too big and the project never come out. So this one was like the biggest opportunity to put everything I love, I draw. You see, have so many things I made for so many different projects, but projects never come out. And I was like, okay, let's put a big part of myself in this project, and it's how Dragon Striker kind of came alive.
Yeah, you guys found a good balance. And Savon, I wanted to ask you about this sense of world building because it essentially allows you guys to tell endless stories. So, how are you guys balancing wanting to tell the best story that you could in season one while also incorporating these small details and teases to the grander world that might pay off, years down the line if we get more seasons?
That's the most difficult part because you want to make everything. You have this temptation to put everything in season one because you never know if you will have a season two, but you cannot do that. And I have to say Disney has been really helpful for that because they were like, chill guys, you cannot put everything in this season. So yeah, we think the story of Keys and the Knight for like it's like 5 seasons. So everything is put down to create a 5 season show. But yeah, the idea was to for this season it was about Key and his mother. So we really focused on that. And in the meantime, you have the character, for example, of Ameline that will bring probably some more lore and backstory along the road. You have this little Easter eggs everywhere. So yeah, but that's really difficult to calibrate because we are we love with Charles, we love to to tell stories and build universe. So you want that everybody knows everything, very very soon. But yeah, we learn patience on this project.
And Charles, my last question for you: there's a pretty unique release schedule. It's getting a marathon on Disney XD, and then it's dropping on Disney Plus and Hulu the next day in America. What does it mean for you to have your art reaching millions of people via streaming and have such a large platform debut for it?
It's kind of intimidating, I guess. It's like most of the project we have done at the studio, it's like a local broadcaster and some around the world, but like more localized. And it's true, like with the power of Disney to bring it on the worldwide platform, it feel a little bit strange. It's the first time, before a show gets released, I have like anticipation and watching a little bit of people who have seen something or not. Do we have any leak or anything? I'm looking at everything to see what is the reaction. And that's really, we try to be patient because we put a lot of love and energy. That was like a 4 year intense of production, but the creation of the world, it's even longer. For Sylvain is 10 years, for me it's 8 years. So it's now we getting to the time it's going to be released to everyone, and we cannot wait to see if what we cook is good in the mouth, if it's tasty or not. That's the
I
thing.
think it's tasty. The fact that it's a passion project, I think, really shines through in the show. So, congrats to you both, and thank you so much for your time, and congrats on Dragon Striker.